Hi everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. Guys, I'm so sorry about the angle that I'm having to record this in. It's just that this is so tall. It's not real tall, but in with my phone it is. For my phone it is. And if I turn my phone the other way, where it takes in the whole thing, it would cut off the sides on the video, and I kind of don't like that. So this is what I have to settle for. Anyway, I promised my friend Jackie that I would make her a typewriter like the ones I did when I was in the off the page collaboration with Tamika, who is Scrap the World. And at that point I had created my very first one, and then I created another one. The first one went to Tamika, and the second one I kept. So this is the third one that I've made, and oh my gosh, every time I make them, I love them. This is not my original idea. Someone else had created this for a Graphic 45 like design team, and she actually gave us the free template for the typewriter. So if anybody wanted to create it, and so that's what I did, but it was her idea. And I can't remember who, but if you go back to part 1 and part 2 of creating this typewriter, I do have a couple of videos on that. The links should be there in the description box if it's still available. Anyway, I finally completed it. I kind of put it away and had it in a box and just started doing other things. And, and normally, because I was recording a tutorial, and I have a very difficult time recording tutorials because it takes me a long time to choose what I want to do. And so this started out as a tutorial, and I finally just said, no, I can't do it. So I just kind of turned the camera off and just went to town and finished it. So I want to share it with you guys. I had shared the bottom before. I love the way it looks. I'll get as close to it as possible, but you won't be able to see the whole thing. I had picked up this little tassel at Hobby Lobby on clearance a while back, and I didn't really have any use for it, but I thought one day I'll use it. I'll put it in my stash. And when I said I would make this for my friend, I asked her what paper she liked, and she said the Blue Land from Stamperia. So I felt that this tassel matched perfectly. Now, she did send me some metal pieces, and I didn't use all of them, but I did use some of them. She did send me a drawer pull, but I had this crystal looking one, but it's really acrylic that I really love. So this is the one that I use, and just hung the tassel from it. And this is a drawer that opens, and I do have some things in there, and I will share it with you after I show you the overview of the whole thing. So I added a little strip of lace right here, and this is one of those flare buttons. I created some flare buttons to match the paper line. There's a paper butterfly, and I know the lighting is not really great, guys, because it's kind of it's already dark, so the lighting's not really good, but I really wanted to do this because I want to send it off to her as soon as possible, as soon as I find a box to put it in. So there, let me get closer. There are the keys. I really didn't want to stand up because I stand in the way of the light and it blocks it. But there it is. It's got a couple of sentiments right there from the paper line, and those little blue birds that you see on the right hand side, and there's one on the left as well. Those are from Carnation Crafts that my friend Jackie had sent to me. I trimmed the whole thing with these gray pearls. I added a chain here, and I really didn't have any charms to go on here because the Blue Land paper to me is like a Christmas paper. If I'm correct, to me it's more of a Christmas paper, but not specifically Christmas trees and such. But it's winter, so it's like a winter paper. So you can use this for Christmas or just winter or anything really, but it's not specifically Christmas. But when I think of winter, I think of Christmas. That's just me. So my friend had mentioned that she wanted to add a lantern to it. And I searched high and low and was able to find the Tim Holtz little lantern. And all I did was I added these lights that are battery operated and kind of weaved them through the arrangement that I did here. And then I let one out and stuck it on the inside of the lantern. So it is actually turned on. As you can see, it does have a light in it. And then on the top, I added one of the cut aparts, and then I added some metal filigree corners, and then a little snowflake right there. It's a paper clip. Because of all the snow that's in these papers, I felt like snowflakes were appropriate. And then I had created these little butterfly clusters with roses a long time ago, and I had put them in the typewriter box where I had all the pieces. And so I added one here to make my arrangement that I have here. And let me turn to the side. I try to be very careful with it. On this side, let me get out the way. On this side, the feet that are on here, I believe my friend Jackie sent me these. Yes, I think she sent me these. So I added these silver feet that she sent me, and she sent me these metal pieces right here. And this is a pretty good size. I'm going to say it's probably about 5 inches, this metal piece. And it's heavy. But she sent me 2, so I added 1 to each side. Here's the side, and here I had a little bird cage charm that I hung there. And then I made these with some new dies that I just got in. It's just a shaker tag. I didn't stamp anything in the back. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but I just kind of added it there. And I added these, she sent me these pieces right here to add to the either end of the roll piece where the paper comes out of a typewriter. She sent me those, so I added 1 to each side, and it did have a loop because it's like a charm. So I put a tiny lobster claw clasp. I think you can see that. So it could connect there, and if she wants to take it off, she can take it off. So there's that. And now I'm going to turn it to the back. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but I'm doing this one-handed because there's nowhere to put my phone. So there's the back. And look at how funny that is, guys. This blue land paper, if you notice the front image, that's where the birds are. It has a wheel. Well, I was at the thrift store one day, and they had, I don't know what it was, but it had this little wheel on it. And I bought it just so I could get the wheel. So I took the wheel off and I added it to the back because I want her to be able to display it where it looks pretty, no matter where she has it. Let's say her desk, she's going to put it on her desk, and it's in the middle of her craft room, and she walks around her desk. Well, I want her, when she's sitting at her desk, for it to look finished, and when she walks to the other side or somebody walks in, for the back to look finished. So that's why I did this, and I had created this little cluster a long time ago. It even has a little bee right there. So I just added it to the top of the wheel. There's the back roll piece. Now that tube that I used to do the roll piece is the parchment paper by Tim Holtz. Comes in those rolls. So I had bought a couple of them just so I could get the rolls because I wanted to make the typewriter. So I took the paper out and used the rolls. And actually the one on this side opens, so she can stick a pin in there or she can hide something in there. It's open. She can get in it. And what I did, instead of gluing it on, I actually added, and you can barely see them down there, what do you call it? Velcro dots. So that can come off. For shipping, I'll be able to take that off and ship it where it doesn't get damaged. So there's the back. I'm sorry there's a lot of shadow, but it can't be helped. So here is the other side. Now this is the side that does open, and let me just pan down. And there is the other little metal piece. Here, let me stand to the side. There's the other metal piece. And I noticed that I had it in a box, but it got a little crease right here. Not sure if I'm going to add anything, but my friend can add anything that she wants, because she's really good at crafting, so she'll be able to do something with that. It's not broken or anything, but I see a crease right there. So, and the lantern is on again with a piece of chain and a lobster claw clasp. The lid is, I actually have magnets, so the lid comes off completely, but let me show you what's in the drawer. Here is the drawer. Here's another one of those little sprays that I had created that's on top. So there's another one. And then I'm sending her some lace that I used on the typewriter in case she wants to add it anywhere else in the same trim. She can do that. And then I have some more buttons in here and some tags from the cut aparts from the paper. So I used the whole paper pad. I didn't have anything left. So that's what's in there. And then this, like I said, it is magnetic. It does come off. The lantern is not glued on. It's just on there with a, it's just sitting on top. The part of the light that has the battery pack, that actually was tucked inside the box to kind of just hide it. And then in here, I just added some, this is a sequin mix that I had created a while back, so I added a sequin mix. I had some of these dark flowers because the paper has all shades of blue, including this dark one. So I added some flowers. And let's see, what else is in here? And here's another one of those shakers from that new dies that I just got in. I only made a couple. The one that was hanging on the side of the typewriter and another one. So there's that one. And then I cut apart some die cuts, and these are like a tree or a branch, because the birds on the paper are on a branch, and I did emboss them. I ran them through my embossing folder, my wood grain embossing folder. And then I did some cut aparts. Let's see if I can get in here. I added some silver trim if she wants to use it on anything. I kind of try to just put things that match with what I had going on. In here is a, I'm not going to take it out, but it is a stamp for the wax seals, and it's a bird. And then I also added some, the little wax beads in the shade of blue that's in the box. So I try to make everything match. And then I did the cut aparts. Hold on one second. I did the cut aparts, and I just added a belly band, and I added a snowflake. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. I added, look at my mess over there that I haven't put away. I added a snowflake just on the belly band and a butterfly, and it looks really, really pretty. And these are just the cut aparts. And then I did some like panels. Some have snowflakes, and some have the wood grain. You can see it right there. So I just added, made a little pack of that so she can make cards. Because really it's like a card kit. What else is in here? Oh. And then I cut some, a very large snowflake that I have by, I think her name's Brenda Walton. Is retired now. And then this is a Spellbinders, the white one. There's a snowflake, an acrylic snowflake back there. And then I did a bunch of these cut aparts in a circle so she could add them to cards, because I believe that's what she'll probably create with it. And then I'm gifting her one of these little envelope dies, and the other one that I used to make those shakers. And then I also am sending her a spoon, because I had extra spoons for the wax. And I just added some charms on there. Snowflake, and then some beads the same color as what's going on the paper. But let me show you the front. See the wheel that's on the front? So that's why I added the one in the back, and I added the flowers to it. And these birds are the ones that are from Carnation Craft that she had sent me. And one of them was blue, so it was perfect for this project. Again, the lid, all I have to do, let me pick it up. To put the lid back in here, see the light, just kind of that little tab, just the little tab, let me see if you can see it, will just go into the box. And there it is. The little light came out of the lantern, but she can fix that when she gets it. But anyway, guys, I'm so sorry for this video, but I did want to share it with you guys. And the only way I could do that, let me try and move back. You're going to see junk, but oh well. So there it is. That's what it looks like. I hope that you like what I created. Jackie, whatever you want to change on this typewriter, go ahead, my friend. It's going to sit in your craft room, and you're the one that has to look at it. So any changes you want to make, I'm okay with that. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope that this gives you ideas. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.